Good morning. Summary of the path across the hill. The story tells you the story of a young man who was in the vacation from the university and came to a small town to see a particular building, the church in the town of Melbury in the south of England. When he got to the place, he looked for the address of that church, guided by some signs of the place. From there, he looked for a place to stay, and when he arrived to us, were recommended that the same. His name was Ted Barros. 15 minutes later, he left the center of town where he began his search of the church. In search, he found a woman at the end of the street whose name is Lawrence. Although she claimed to be Jamie, she offered to help him find what he was looking for, but before he invited him to come to her house in the house. And the young man noticed and round the walls kite decorated for a child, with games in addition to a photograph that was similarly for the mountains and the valley of the place after that the lady gave him the address of the church on a paper after he won the place and went. I found myself in that place where the ladies had sent him. He realized that the church was not there. Only those mountains were found. It is a very similar to the place of the photo. Topography that he had seen in the room in that place was surprised by some who took a photo of him. It was that lady who had seen that house when he returned to the pub. He told him what had happened to Ted, and that is when he began to tell the story of that town and of that woman, in which she related that that woman had a son named Lawrence, and the address she had given him was towards a railway line. Ted told her the story that on August 30, 1958, there was a tragic accident which happened when Jimmy traveled with Lawrence in his car. She used to go with Lawrence very often to the ship because she loved that place, and that day she went with her son. She always died of autumn, but that day it was little later when she arrived to train's rail. She got off the car to see if the train was not coming and tried to cross, but when she realized it was late, she was injured, but her son died. Upon hearing this story, the young man decided to visit her and said goodbye. I know about her because she already had to go back to her place, but she was asleep. He remembered that he had a photo of him as a child in the set and decided to give into lady so that he could remember how is she and her son were in the place that was his which does never manage to carry. Thank you very much.